Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be taking you through my first market. Let's get into it. This is my first market of 2024. I've not done a show since last March, so I'm really looking forward to bringing you along while I prep for the market, get to the market, get all set up, and show you what it looks like once all the other vendors are there. We'll also do a video either later this week or next week on a recap of the show. That'll be its own video talking about the sales, the pros and cons. I'm going to do a lot more shows this year, so you'll see a lot more of those videos. I know you guys like that. And then at the end of the year, we'll do a wrap-up video, pros and cons of all the shows, which shows I do again, which ones I wouldn't. So come along with me while we get ready for the first show of the year, which is the Quakertown Craft Festival in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Here's where I'm at in the prep. I don't have any towels ready, so I need to work on this stack here, get these serged and then packaged up. I want to also get these cat ones done, but I don't know if I can in time. And then in the other room here, I have my mock table getting ready to go. So I have my products and my displays. I plan to only put out the jar openers and towels tomorrow. However, I do want to take like the soap towel pouches and the coasters with me so that I have them as an option. So right now I'm only going to have 2 tables, so 1 table of each. So I need to set up the tables. I have the tablecloths and I'm going to set up the displays, go through my bag and my checkout bag and make sure that I have everything charged, go through my Square reader, make sure I have all the proper products so that then I can load up the car. But I'm going to set up a mock booth in here. I'm not going to set up my sign, but I am going to put the sign in the car. But yeah, I'm making sure I just have everything ready to go. Here we are, we've got our set of towels done. I ended up just doing 2 of each. If I have more time, I'll work on some more later, and I printed out these tags. I'm going to cut these and punch them out, but I'm not going to put these on the towels. I'm going to leave that for tomorrow so that I have a task to do while I'm at my booth. So now we have enough pieces to start putting our mock booth together, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you what I've got. All right, I'm not done, but here's how it's looking. I mean, it's not complete because I'm not going to go through all the effort to do it completely, but like the towels, I can tell that I definitely need to make some more. This is not enough. My sign is broken, so I need to put this in a new frame. I am gonna put the towel pouches and the coasters out on second thought because like it's not that hard. It's just this one additional feature. If no one buys it, no one buys it. And the jar openers, I'm not gonna sit here and clip all of these guys on. I'll do that tomorrow. And sometimes things don't work out. So I bought this as a new display. I think it's super cool looking. It's a file organizer. And I thought like, oh, maybe the towels or the jar openers could fit in it. And like it works for like the first 3 levels, but then once you get up here, sorry, it's hard to do one-handed, but like there's no point. This is not a good idea. So sometimes things don't work out. So this is not gonna work as a display. So I'm just gonna have to leave that at home, but I'd rather realize that at home than when I'm at the show. I have my little freebie basket. So now I need to just readjust. I'll center this guy over here. So this table's focus is the jar openers, and then this table's focus is the reusable towels, and then in the middle we've got the towel pouches and the coasters. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack all this stuff up. This is all going with me. I'm gonna work on redoing this sign, making some more towels. The next thing I need to do is go through like my checkout bin. I can tell you just by looking at this that I don't have any of the paper bags out. I don't want to have to take this whole other box with me for one show that's a couple hours. You know, it's 9 to 4. It's not a multi-day show. So I don't want to take both of these with me. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this and condense. I need to pull out my Square reader, make sure it's charged. I need to make sure I have the proper money, like cash. So those are some of the things I'm going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and pack all this stuff up because I feel confident in the booth and I have an idea now as to what's going to work for tomorrow. I'm very glad that I'm doing the time to check everything. For example, my power bank was only at 49%, so I'm charging that up. And I got a new phone since last year, and it takes USB-C. So the cables that I had in my backpack would not have worked. So I'm glad that I'm checking this. I can charge my power bank as well as bring the appropriate cable. My Square reader is charged, but in that same note, I need to go ahead and Bluetooth pair it to my phone tonight so I don't have to deal with that in the morning. And next, we're on to loading the car and packing lunchbox. Here is pretty much everything before I load it in the car. I just have the reusable towel bag upstairs, and I'm gonna get rid of this box because my new sign is actually the appropriate size to fit inside the bag with the stand, which is awesome. Something else that I packed is a pair of tennis shoes and an extra pair of socks. So it's not supposed to have weather tomorrow. However, it's snowing a lot today. So I'm gonna wear my snow boots to the show to unpack. And then once I get inside and I'm staying inside, I'll put my tennis shoes on. And then when I go to leave, I'll put my snow boots back on. So it's nice to have a change of shoes if it's coming weather from the sky. So I am going to go ahead and pack all this in the car and then put my lunchbox together and finish up some more towels. All right, here is what I'm packing for my lunch. So I've got a banana, I've got some pre-packed snacks, I've got some Chex Mix, I've got a PB&J, and then I have some water mixers because I don't know if the water's gonna taste good or not. Is this the most fabulous lunch? No, it's not. But doing a show solo, it's better to pack food that does not need to be heated, does not need to be refrigerated, because I'm going to be relying on the kindness of my booth mates, the people beside me, across from me, to be able to go to the bathroom, grab something to eat. If there is the option for a hot lunch tomorrow, then I'll take it. You know, I don't know though. I don't know, is there a food option? Is there a, what am I trying to say? A food truck? Is that going to take too long to go out there? I hope that I'm so slammed tomorrow that I don't even have time to eat any of this. That'd be a wonderful problem to have. But I would rather be prepared and have this. I'm also making it the night before. Obviously, the PB&J would be better if I made it morning of, but the show starts at 9. I have to be there at 8. It's an hour-and-a-half drive. So I'm waking up at 6, getting ready, and walking out the door. I'm not dealing with this in the morning, or it's not going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and pack this up in my lunchbox, which I never get to use anymore since I work from home. So I'm packing this all up. I'll have it ready to go for tomorrow. I've got the car all packed up. The table and the bigger items are in the back over here, but I put my wagon or cart, whatever you want to call it, in the back seat so that it's easily accessible. It's the first thing I can access to load things up. I'm hoping that, I would hope I could get it in 1 round, but I don't think I will. 2 rounds, but that's perfectly fine. So I'll load the cart up, take stuff inside, unload, come back out, get another cart, and go back in. So here is all the smaller bags, and then the bigger items are in the trunk there. I would highly, highly recommend getting this wagon. I believe it's $90. It's available again at Costco right now. Go and pick one up. You will not regret it. I can fit 6 of my folding tables in here and it doesn't buckle under the weight. This thing is amazing. Morning of, here's some additional items that I'm taking with me. I've got a hat, I take my makeup. I've already done my makeup, but it's good to have it with you in case you want to touch up. I've got a clip and a scrunchie. I've got my Kindle if it's slow, and then the battery pack is all charged up, and then I've got some deodorant, and I do have Roll perfume in here in case I need some. And then I like having my AirPods for when I am setting up my booth, because it's kind of like a, even if I'm not listening to something, it's like a leave me alone, let me do what I'm doing. Here is my outfit of the day. So I've got my So Sustainable sweatshirt on. Underneath, if I could do it with one hand, 1 second. I've got my So Sustainable t-shirt that I normally wear. And then I'm just wearing like sweatpants joggers. I have to set up and tear down and work the booth today. So I do not want to wear jeans today. It's just too much. And then I've got some socks on. I've done my hair and makeup at this point. But you know, I'm gonna get sweaty today, so I don't really want to be wearing jeans, so I want to be comfortable, and it's cold, so this is the look I'm going for. I think being all black, it's okay. Like, I think gray sweatpants are more obvious, but these ones look pretty good. Costco. It is 6:32, so we're a little behind schedule, but that's okay. And it is a balmy 19 degrees. let's get going and get to the show. All right, 7:26. We are at the Allentown Service Plaza. I felt like this was a safer stop than going to like a 7-Eleven or something, but we're gonna go grab some breakfast. Sunrise has been beautiful. I've got some adulting to do later. Look at this stupid light that just turned on while I was driving, so yay. It's 7:26. Our ETA right now is 7:53. So we have about 7 minutes to spare. So I want to grab something to eat, go to the bathroom, and fill up on gas. Oh, and I'm also out of windshield wiper fluid. So hopefully they have some of that. So let's go see. On show days, I normally have a smoothie for breakfast, so I usually like going to Tropical Smoothie as a little treat of, good job for getting out of the house and going and doing this and putting yourself out there. However, the Tropical Smoothie that was in Quakertown did not open till 8 o'clock, and I was supposed to be at the show at 8 o'clock, and I just didn't want to risk, even placing an order ahead of time. What if the person was late working at Tropical Smoothie? What if they had a bunch of orders? What if I didn't get out in time? What if it took too long to set up? Just wasn't worth the risk. I wasn't gonna do it. So on the days that I can't do that, then I'll go to a gas station, and I usually try to get the brand Naked. They are really good smoothies. I really like them. The mango is my favorite. So this gas station, they only had one flavor, and it took me forever to even find it because there weren't multiple. And I'm showing you here the alternative of what I would have picked if there was no Naked. I would have just picked a protein smoothie, or a protein shake, I'm sorry. But I like having a liquid beverage for breakfast instead of eating a breakfast sandwich or something. One, for your breath, it's better to have a liquid so that it's not staying in your mouth as much, and also then it's not getting in your teeth. So it helps, the fact that you brush your teeth before leaving the house, it keeps you fresher till your first customer. That being said, I would not recommend chewing gum while you're at a show. If you did want to have a breath mint, most breath mints like Lifesavers or Altoids or something, they take too long to swallow unless you're going to chew it up. I would recommend the Altoids minis because you could still put one or two of those in your mouth, and they're quite small that you can eat them very fast, and they're fast affecting. That is a tip that I learned working retail. But yeah, if you want a breath freshener, you can also take a toothbrush and toothpaste with you. I've met tons of other vendors that will do that. After lunch, they'll go to the bathroom and they'll actually go brush their teeth. So, taking a shower, smelling fresh, and, having fresh breath is a big factor in talking with other vendors and talking with your customers. You don't want to be the smelly kid. All right, it's 8:04. I'm a little later than I wanted. I've never been here before, but I'm going to use logic and reasoning that the fact that there's multiple cars over on this side, we're going through this entrance. That's my guess. So I'm gonna go in without anything, go find George, the organizer, and figure out where my booth is, and then I'll start bringing stuff in. Cart number 1. I think we're gonna need 2 rounds here, but this is a good first round. All right, it's 8:21. I'm all unloaded into the market. Here's how long the building is. So we parked over there to unload, went through those doors. Now we need to park down over here. So I chose to park inward in case there's still people here later and the parking lot is full. If I'm not able to move my car back over here, I have access to the trunk. If I parked the other way, you can see because of the snow, I wouldn't be able to. I'm so glad that I wore my snow boots, and it is getting gross inside. It's muddy. I'll walk you through in there. So I am not going to change into my tennis shoes. They're white, and that was dumb to bring those ones. So I'm wearing my snow boots all day, but I do have a second pair of socks if I do want to change. So let's go set up the booth. One quick note before we set up the booth. The money bag is the last thing to go in, and it stays with you all the time. When I put the fanny pack on, it is going to stay on me all day. My purse, I'm going to hide it in the car. I am not taking more money than I need, and just as a rule of thumb, just don't trust people. Just protect yourself.
Some of the stuff like the aliens, like look at pictures that you can get back.
Forgot something in the car, but look at how many cars there are already. 9 o'clock, running back in.